Welcome to G Fun Facts Online, the show that unpacks the science behind our everyday lives. Have you ever wondered why we do the things we do? Why we decorate a tree in December, or share specific meals during holidays, or tell the same family stories over and over again? From the small rituals in our homes to the epic narratives of our civilizations, humanity seems to be obsessed with tradition. We pass down languages, recipes, and beliefs, all to keep a connection to our heritage. But is this just something we're taught? Or is there a deeper, more fundamental force at play? Today, we're diving into a fascinating new theory called the cultural continuity hypothesis, which suggests that we are all, quite literally, wired for tradition. So let's unravel the evidence from psychology, anthropology, and even neuroscience to see if this is true. The core idea of the cultural continuity hypothesis, put forward by researchers like Corey Cobb at Texas A&M, is that humans have a universal motivation to preserve key parts of their culture. It's not about being stuck in the past. Instead, it's a dynamic process that helps build our identities and gives us a powerful sense of belonging. You can think of it as a collective story that we all contribute to, one that tells us who we are and where we come from. This isn't just a random guess. It's based on a massive review of studies that all point to this shared human need for continuity. While the specific traditions vary wildly across the globe, that underlying drive appears to be universal. So how does this actually work? Psychologically, it all comes down to something called cultural transmission. This is the mechanism that passes values and beliefs from one generation to the next. A huge part of this is social learning. We watch and imitate the people around us, especially our family and friends. This is how we learn everything, from practical skills to the very essence of our culture, like how to celebrate holidays or what our community values. Our cultural identity is key here. The stronger your connection to your culture, the more likely you are to actively pass it on. This creates a powerful feedback loop. A strong culture creates strong identities, and those strong identities work to preserve the culture. But it gets even deeper. From an evolutionary perspective, this drive for tradition actually gave us a major survival advantage. Traditions strengthen bonds within families and communities, creating social cohesion and a sense of hope. Both are critical for a society to thrive long-term. And think about knowledge. The simple act of listening to our elders and learning from their experiences is the foundation of human progress. This is called cumulative cultural evolution. It means each generation can build upon the wisdom of the last. Most of our modern technology and knowledge is way too complex for any one person to invent from scratch in a single lifetime. We stand on the shoulders of giants because of high-fidelity cultural transmission. And what about our brains? While this is still an emerging field, cultural neuroscience is starting to show how our cultural values and practices literally shape our brains. Our neural pathways are influenced by our cultural behaviors. In a related field, neurotheology, which studies the biology of religious experiences, researchers have found that similar brain changes occur across different faiths during profound mystical moments. This points to a universal human capacity for these experiences, which are almost always tied to cultural and religious traditions. We can also see the importance of cultural continuity by looking at what happens when it's broken. Studies consistently show that having a strong connection to your heritage is linked to better well-being and positive mental health. When there are gaps in cultural knowledge between generations, it can lead to problems like depression, family conflict, and poor academic performance in young people. This is especially clear in the history of many indigenous communities, where the preservation of language, social structures, and values has been a source of incredible resilience against outside pressures. The disruption of that continuity has often had devastating consequences. Of course, it's crucial to remember that culture isn't static. It's constantly evolving. What is a core tradition for one generation might be less important to the next. You can see this clearly in immigrant families, where younger generations often blend their heritage with the culture of their new home. And let's be honest, not all traditions are good. The same process that passes down valuable knowledge and pro-social behaviors can also perpetuate harmful practices or values that go against the wider society. So, the cultural continuity hypothesis gives us a powerful new way to understand a core part of being human. Our desire to connect with the past and carry on the traditions of our ancestors isn't just nostalgia. It seems to be a deep psychological need that is essential for our well-being and for holding our societies together. As we navigate an increasingly connected and globalized world, understanding this fundamental drive to preserve our unique cultural identities might be more important than ever. It is in this constant dance between preservation and adaptation that we find the incredible strength and resilience of human culture. Thanks for tuning in to G Fun Facts Online. Well, see you next time.